Welcome back to Rick's Corner. Here I am again with Rich Piana. We're going to talk about cycle theory and what works, what doesn't, how to experiment, what you take and what you don't take. And we've been discussing this, and let's go into that about what you read on the internet, what you don't, and trial and error and that type of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I get questions all the time about this, and people always want to know my cycle. What am I taking? Which, obviously it's not going to do them any good. Doing what I do, that's not the way you go about it. And everyone is an internet genius. Everybody goes on the internet, reads about stuff, and then regurgitates to everybody else, how you do this and how you do that. And the truth is reading on the internet does not make you a genius. This is not, how do you know what you're reading is true? What makes you sure that everything you're reading is 100% correct, or it's the best method out there? Let me tell you something, it's not. Everything that all these people are saying and reading about and talking about is not the best way to do things. But everybody, is going by what they read, and everyone does the same exact stuff, and everyone comes to me saying the same exact things. And no one can actually think for themselves or actually find out for themselves what's the best thing to do, the best way to go about it.
Well, people who have illnesses sometimes go on the internet to see what the symptoms are of their illness, and they'll see 100 symptoms, and they'll say, oh my God, I have every one of them. I got this disease, and it's not factual.
Yeah.
It's just not factual. Internet gives you some information, gives you a guideline, but it's not always 100% correct. And when it comes to steroids, who's ever writing that has never really done it to find out for themselves if it works or if it doesn't work.
Exactly.
And you had mentioned Vince Gironda.
Yes.
From the old days of Vince's gym with Larry Scott, Don Hallworth, Bill McCardle, all those guys who were champions. He was like a master or a guru of bodybuilding back in the day.
Yeah, he was way ahead of his time.
Way ahead
of his time. He was a genius.
And you said something about him experimenting. This is something you can try. I like this idea a lot.
Yeah, basically, he was ahead of his time in every way possible. He used his own brain. He didn't listen to what other people said. He found out things on his own for his own use. And if people want to know what the tricep rope push-down exercise, what part of the tricep does that work? You guys tell me. You guys are going to say it works the outer head of the tricep, the lateral head. Okay, well, that's what everybody knows because that's what everybody reads. So that's what everybody says. But he would actually go to the gym and he would do, 10 to 20 sets of 10 to 20 reps of just pure rope tricep pushdowns. His whole workout was rope tricep pushdowns. And the next day he would wake up and see where he's sore. Then he would know for sure what part of the tricep it was working. So he wasn't just going on what he heard. Oh, it works the outer? Okay. Oh, yeah, it works the outer. Yeah, it works the outer, and it goes along the line, and everyone just listens and regurgitates what everyone read on the internet.
Right.
But he actually went and found out for himself what exactly that machine did for him, how it affected his triceps and what area it actually worked. So he's the only one that truly knows what area of the tricep that exercise works. Everyone else is just going on what they read. So what I'm trying to tell people is don't just go on what you read. Find out, investigate, try it on yourself and see how it works. And, if you want to know how Primobolan works, well, you go on the internet, you read, oh, this is what it does. Then you tell John tells Fred tells Sam. Pretty soon everyone talks about what this one person read on the internet. No, why don't you do a cycle of Primobolan all by itself? Right. Find out truly what it does for your body. Then you will know for sure.
Exactly.
Nobody does that. Nobody knows. Everyone's just regurgitating what they read. And it drives me crazy because everyone tells me the same thing because they all read and it travels around and around the bodybuilding circle.
I've taken certain things that people claim that work and I haven't got anything out of it.
Yeah.
There's nothing for me. And then you can take too many things. You're taking 3 or 4 things. You don't know which one works either. Mm-hmm. So you don't want to do the cocktail. I mean, everybody used to, but because there's certain things that don't work. And cycle therapy. How long do you stay on? How long do you go off? What are the best combinations of things to take? I think testosterone is always a good base.
Yeah, I've experimented with a million different things, a million different ways, and I have knowledge that's just unbelievable. And it's funny because there'll be an 18-year-old, 180-pound kid on the internet will contradict what I say.
Of course.
And I'm thinking, okay, you read the internet, so now you're a steroid genius,
exactly.
And you think you know everything. And the bottom line is, people out there, you don't know anything. Whatever you read is not the answer.
Exactly.
You have to experiment and find out. And there is secrets and there is ways to get more benefits from what you're doing than what you read on the internet. But you got to use your brain. You got to logically think about things, not just copy. Don't be a follower, be a leader. Don't follow the herd up the hill. Go around the hill by yourself, a shortcut.
Right.
And get there quicker.
and also taking more is not better.
No, it's definitely not. But people don't want to listen to certain things for whatever reasons. And it's frustrating because when you try to help and you try to give out good information, there's a lot of people that like it, enjoy it, and give us positive comments. And those people that continue to contradict what you say.
Always.
And you wonder, what are they thinking?
Well, why don't those people have their own YouTube channel and they can show what they know and show their body, and we'll all listen to them too, or we won't.
Anyway,
we won't.
Cycle theories. Here's a good theory for people. I've talked about it before. Mixing the drugs up. Not taking the same thing for too long. It's very important. Your body gets used to the same thing over and over. You have to constantly confuse the body. You got to mix it up. And that's with everything, with training, with eating, with cardio. You have to constantly mix the body up. And, maybe I might train for 2 weeks straight, and then I might take 3 days off. And it's not because I need a break. It's not because my body's killing me. It's because I'm shocking my body. My body, all of a sudden, boom, a break. What's going on? It doesn't know
exactly.
Then all of a sudden, I hit it hard again. Maybe food. I'll be eating low carbs for 3 days. All of a sudden, I have a cheat day. I throw it in. It shocks the body.
Yeah.
I might be doing, a certain cycle, and I might throw another compound in out of nowhere, high milligrams. Boom. Why? Because it shocks the body.
I had a shock yesterday. No, seriously. I took the day off. All right? And I've noticed when I take a day off, I wake up, I feel lethargic, I get a headache, and the rest of the day I'm kind of dragging my ass because I haven't done anything in the gym. You just go into like this zombie state, and all day long I was dragging myself around. I took 6 ibuprofen to get rid of the headache because I didn't train. Had I had trained, I would have been okay.
Yeah, definitely.
It shocked the body.
Definitely.
It's used to going to the gym. Leave my head at home, my body goes there. Yeah. I get in my car goes there by itself.
You got to trick your body, man, that's for sure.
Exactly.
Another thing is we talked about, getting off cycle.
Yeah.
A lot of people ask the question of, they were, contradicting what we were saying, what we were telling the people. And the thing is when you do get off a cycle, it's beneficial to your body to take that break.
Sure.
And, a lot of people still don't want to believe that, that it is beneficial. And it definitely is a mandatory thing. You have to get off your cycle, and you have to give your body a break and let it grow.
Well, you do have a rebound effect when you go off.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. And that rebound effect lasts X amount of weeks, and then when you start to get that slump again, then you go back on again.
Yeah. Yeah, I usually stay off anywhere from 1 month to 6 months, depending on what's going on in my schedule.
How many guys, that say they're off, but they're only taking this, and this?
Yeah, I mean, it's normal. A lot of people, sent me private messages asking me, do you really go off, Rich? And, the answer is yes. I mean, you have to logically think about what I'm saying. Logically, it will make sense. What I'm saying is that with any drug, your body gets used to it, and it's not going to have the same benefit. If you stay on it for a long period of time, you have to give it a break to continue getting good.
It's the same exact thing with an antibiotic. It's good for 7 days or maybe 2 cycles of 14 days on one. If it's not doing the job, you switch to another one or you go off.
Yeah, and if you continue on it and you're not taking it right, pretty soon the antibiotic won't work at all.
No, you build a tolerance to it.
Yeah, it won't work.
And then you don't heal up.
And it's the same with every drug. And another thing that a lot of people talk about and a lot of people do because of what they read on the internet, which is crazy, is, again, logically think about this for a minute. HCG turns your testosterone levels on.
Yes.
Okay? It turns them on, and when you take testosterone, it turns them off. So think about that just logically think about it. Forget about what you read on the internet. Just think about it. When I take a shot of test, my testes get turned off. When I take a shot of HCG, my testes get turned on. So logically, if I take a shot of test and I'm continuing to take tests over months, my testosterone levels are down, shut down.
Your own.
So there's no reason to take HCG while I'm taking tests, because now I'm sending two different messages to my body. One's saying turn it off, one's saying turn it on. My body's mixed up, it doesn't know what to do.
Right.
And basically, when you're taking tests, there's no reason to take HCG. Stay on the test. You have plenty of testosterone free, the synthetic testosterone. When you get off the test, then you take the HCG to bring your natural testosterone levels back up. But on the internet, it's a big thing now to take HCG and test together. And everybody's doing that. And I will tell people, no. Take the test. When you get off the test, take the HCG. And they won't listen to me. And I'm like, okay.
What about taking
Listen to the internet.
Yeah, of course.
Don't use your own brain and think about it for 1 minute logically. Let me think here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that makes sense. One's telling to turn off, one's telling to turn on. It doesn't make sense to take them both at the same time when they're contradicting each other.
That stays the same.
But People won't think for themselves. Drives me out of my mind.
What about taking
use your brain?
Novaldex or Arimidex with the test?
Yeah, I mean, it's not a must. I feel that it definitely keeps the estrogen down, and I only do it if I'm starting to get any kind of gyno, or any kind of soreness in the nipples. Thing is Arimidex lowers the good cholesterol, and there was a time I went and had my blood levels checked, so my good cholesterol was low. So the doctor said, "You taking Arimidex?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Okay, that's what's lowering your good cholesterol."
Oh, I didn't know that.
So therefore, I stay away from Arimidex unless I'm getting gyno, And Arimidex is so strong that I can take it for a week and boom, it's gone.
What about retaining water? Will that keep you from retaining water?
Yeah. But the diet also. If the diet's good, I don't really have too much trouble with retaining water.
Okay.
Unless I'm sitting in a studio when it's 105 degrees outside.
Yeah, we don't have those.
Then I start to retain level.
We don't have those here. I can put the air conditioning on, but I don't have it. So that's pretty much your info on cycling, what to take, and it's experimentation.
Yeah, that's my main point. Is just experiment and use your brain. Don't go on the internet and follow what everyone else is doing. That's not the right way to do it. The right way is use your brain and come up with your own theories. And maybe talk to people who you trust and who you think might have the knowledge that you're looking to learn about.
Right.
But don't think you're a genius and you know everything about whatever because you read on the internet, because that's not the case.
Okay. In concluding, everything is trial and error. Everybody's different. Nobody responds the same to everything. It's just the way it works.
Yeah, you have to learn what's best for your body.
You have to learn what's best for your body. So you experiment with the things you should take. Don't overtake them. Take moderation. And if that's not working, then switch and go to something else and get rid of the other one you were doing until you find out what works for you. And in moderation. And then you'll finally find the combination that's good for your body type.
Yes, for sure.
That's pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, I got a lot out of that one.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you, Rich. I hope you guys take this to heart. And you haters, stay off my channel. No, you can come on. I don't care. It doesn't bother me in the least. And we'll see you next time. We'll have Rich back in. We've got other subjects. We've got so many. It's like ridiculous already. Yes. Thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more.
It's RicDrasin.com. He is the equalizer, baby. See you next time.